traders, I am back again with another video, and this video is just going to teach you a TK crossover trade, one of the most popular trades with the Ichimoku system. But we're using Heikin-Ashi candles, and again I made a video a few days about the Heikin-Ashi candles and showed you a trade that I was in. Now I'm back in another trade, so I want to show you exactly what I'm doing. The last trade I took was bouncing off of this green line, but this time the trade that I've taken was when we got a crossover of this green line. So what happens here, that green line is your Tenkan-sen, and we're going to be following the blue line because that's going to be a crossover. Pretty much like when people look at moving average crossovers and they trade those crossovers, this is kind of the same thing here. You could see we had a crossover here. This is a bearish crossover, comes to the downside. Now based on strength wise, it would be a low strength because we're above the cloud. So when you're above the cloud, you want to be trading to the upside because your bias is to the upside. But again, I try to tell people that Ichimoku, the best thing about Ichimoku is that it helps you to stay with the trend pretty much and stay with the bias of the market, but it doesn't react as fast as price. So this cloud is not going to act as fast as these moving averages here, these lines here, the Tenkan-sen and the Kijin-sen, because they're longer periods. And then the Tenkan-sen and Kijin-sen is not going to react as fast as price, because price of course is the ultimate. It's faster than everything because it's actual. So that's what you want to be looking at. And you could see we're using this to see we had a crossover plus price is below the cloud. I mean below the Kijin-sen and your Tenkan-sen. Now the big thing about it is you had some resistance here. You could see where price couldn't violate this Kijin-sen level. Kijin-sen is almost like a trend line for us. So that's what we look at when we get that crossover of Tenkan-sen and Kijin-sen. Especially when price crosses that level, that's going to signify that a possible trend reversal is happening. So you could watch, you see how price follows this, and then we had a breakdown below here. This did not start a new trend, it was just a correction, and then the market moved to the upside. Could be the same thing here, I mean, because you see you got a crossover, but if you would have followed the crossover, you're still going to make some profit. Now all crossovers aren't going to get you profit, but this is one of the most popular trades with Ichimoku, is the TK crossover. And I'm pretty sure, I believe I talked about it a lot. Now, if we look at every single thing here, we want to see that Chiku span is inside this price. So that could mean ranging for a little bit. So with that, we want to put some levels here. So if I'm going to say we're going to be ranging, maybe we're going to be looking at this level here. This is a support level right here. So we need to get through that level. If we can't violate that level, then more than likely my trade's not going to work. I'm going to probably get out of the trade. I'm going to use this Tenkan-sen as my stop loss. Now I'm not going to really trail it per se. I'm going to keep my stop loss where it is. But if price closes above that Tenkan-sen, then I'm going to be out of the market. As long as Tenkan-sen keeps moving to the downside, price will be moving to the downside. That'll follow price, and we violate this level, then we should see our trade take off to the downside. We had resistance here, as I said, but a little bit of news probably triggered us to the downside here, and now we need to see if that needs to stay, if that's going to hold true and continue to move to the downside. Once again, like I said, the TK crossover is one of the most popular trades. You don't have to do multiple time frame analysis when you're trading a TK crossover. I can sit here and show you that this is going to keep you pretty much in the direction of the main trend, right? Because you have a crossover here, and then you see how the market reacted. You made some profit. Then the crossover here, you could kind of see that that was probably a correction. So more than likely the daily is moving to the upside, but we don't know when the daily is going to stop to the upside. I'm not going to go and show multiple time frame analysis because I don't like to confuse people. You need to really understand and know about multiple time frame analysis. So I try to tell people to trade their time frame. If you trade your time frame, you will realize that you can still trade your time frame and be profitable, because not every trader is trading multiple time frame analysis. Multiple time frame analysis is basically something to give you a higher probability trade setup, all right? So, but I'm giving you a higher probability trade setup if you just follow this Tenkan-sen Kijin-sen crossover and then use these levels as support and resistance, and then watch price and look for certain price action triggers. Now we have Heikin-Ashi candles on here, so while that candle is red, I'm going to continue to stay in my trade. But then if I get a green candle, what I'm going to do is if I get a green doji or even a red doji, I'm going to put my stop loss down there, because usually when you get a doji, it kind of signifies change of direction. You could see it on the chart a lot of times. if you were trading to the upside here and you got this little doji, you probably would have want to put your stop loss below that level, and you would have got stopped out here. It would have taken you out. Then you could see when the market moves to the downside, you get a doji here. You want to put your entry above that doji, and then the market moves to the upside. If you get another doji in between, like here, you want to put that your stop loss up there, and that's where the market will take you out. But I don't follow the doji most of the time. I look for price to close below Tenkan-sen or above Tenkan-sen. In this case, I'm looking for it to close above. All right, so this is my trade. I'm going to keep you updated on my trade. Some people want to see some of my losing trades. You could see my losing trades basically if you look at the ones that I post that I'm looking at taking, or when I just take them, and you could see what happened in the market previously. I don't win all my trades, and there's nobody that wins all their trades, but the main thing about trading is to limit your losses. You don't want to have catastrophic losses where you tear up your whole account. Okay, so if your money management is going to be the main thing with trading, it's not your trading system, it's not anything like that. It's going to be the money management. You know, everybody can trade the same system. We're all going to have different results because basically two things: mentality, and then how we trade based off of our money management. If we don't manage our money and we don't manage our losses, then we get that win. You know, it's not going to cover your losses because you had too many catastrophic losses. All right, so that's the main thing about trading, not this trading system that anyone's showing you or teaching you, or that you have or know. It's not that trading system, trust me, because we could all do the same thing, and in the end, it's going to be basically the mentality. We're all going to do different things. Some of us are going to break the rules. Some of us are going to follow the rules. Some of us are going to enter early, and some of us are going to just say basically, well, I think the market's going to do this, and disregard our system. So that's the thing about understanding your system and trading it. And there is no holy grail to trading. Basically, you are the holy grail. However you react and what you do mentally, and how you trade your account based on money management, that's your holy grail, and that's how you become successful at trading. All right, you can win, you know, 5 trades in a row and lose one, and lose all that you've won. So it just all matters how you manage your money, your risk tolerance, and also your mentality, and how you're going to follow rules, be disciplined, and all that stuff. All right, so hopefully that helped you out a little bit. This is just one trade. We'll look back at this and see how it's going. Hopefully this is helping somebody. As you saw in the beginning, I'm offering my lifetime membership again. Only going to offer it till the end of the week, just till the weekend's up, and I'm going to end it on Monday, September the 12th. Want to offer that. You get a lot of things with that. So you saw in the beginning. So basically, I'm not going to go over that again. I had a pretty good outcome with that last time, and I'm hoping to get more people to join so we can have that chat room blowing up, and eventually we'll be doing 24/7 live chat room, not chat room, but 24/7 live trading in our trading room. But during the week, what we do a lot of time is we'll be in the chat room, and then we'll just go live and spend some time live and looking at the markets and talking about these trades and catching them before they even happen. So that's what we look at. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something from that. And until next time, have a great weekend. God bless. So long.